In this video, I'll be showing you how I used a 1950s pin curl setting pattern. And if you've never pin curled your hair before, this is a very simple and basic pattern that anyone can try. If your hair is dry, you may want to begin by adding a little bit of water from a spray bottle. Typically, I like to pin curl on freshly washed hair. Once you've created your side parting, you're going to want to separate that front bang section from the hair parting to your ear. Using a rat tail comb, creating my first row that will begin my first two pin curls. You'll want your row to be about an inch or so wide, and you'll want to divide it into two. This will be your first pin curl. You can begin by spraying it with setting lotion and forming your first standing pin curl. I'm using a pin curl sculpture tool, but if you don't have one, you can try to use your finger. Or a cylindrical object like a tube of lip gloss. If you want to know more about the pin curl sculpture tool, I do have an entire video tutorial explaining how I use it. Essentially, this tool will help keep your pin curls smooth and symmetrical in size. Now we're ready to move on to our next row, where we're going to create two more standing pin curls. These pin curls are rolled away from the hair parting and secured with 1 or 2 bobby pins at the base of the curl. Since more volume was appreciated during the 50s, the use of the standing pin curl was more common, especially seen on the top of the head, like in this instance in our bang section. Because these curls are rolled on base, once brushed out, there will be a nice lift at the hairline. And we're going to continue these rows of 2 all the way down to the ear. On the other side of the hair parting, you can create one lie flat pin curl. This pin curl will be rolled clockwise. And our rows of 2 standing pin curls will continue along this side as well. If you are concerned about how long it's going to take your wet hair to dry, you may want to try rolling on dry hair with your setting lotion. This will help reduce the drying time, but you may not have as long-lasting of results. And of course, all of our hair types are different, so you just need to find out what works best for you. Now our front sections are complete. And we're going to continue our pin curls around the back of the neck. These will be standard lie-flat pin curls. Try to keep these pin curls in the back towards the lower section of your head. And to finish it off, I'm adding my hairnet. This will keep everything tucked in and smooth overnight. And the next day, you can remove your hairnet and begin taking out the bobby pins. And as you can see, the curls in the back start about halfway down. As always, I'm applying a little bit of my American Crew pomade to the curls. And I'm going to finger comb before applying my hairbrush. To brush out the curls, I'm using the Denman T3 7-row styling brush, working the brush mostly from the bottom to the top. And to fluff and smooth the style, I'm using the Denman Finisher brush. I'm sure you've noticed by now that my hair is much longer than Jean Tierney's in the photo for the setting pattern, but that doesn't mean that someone with long hair can't use the setting pattern. If anything, setting patterns can be a guideline just to remind you of what direction to roll your hair and how to create your hair sections. While my hair, once styled, tends to look a bit more on the 40s side, there are some 1950s elements that we can point out. For instance, there's more lift in the bang section, and there's a bit more of a softness to the hair. In the 1950s, hair began to look a bit more touchable and a bit less coiffed. Jean Tierney's haircut is a similar style to Grace Kelly's or even one of Marilyn Monroe's, a very nice soft bob. If you do have shorter hair, I definitely recommend giving this setting pattern a try, especially if you love the 1950s. I hope you enjoyed this pin curl setting tutorial, and please stay tuned for my next video where I'll show you how to create a faux bob, utilizing this setting method and a hairnet.